be the only one who has to ask them. So at the end, if you have anything that, you're really itching to ask them, please do. Anyway, Lee, thank you. After School Snacks, Lemonade, and Lee Waters. Another round of applause, please.
I just want to say stop calling my wife my roadie, because that's not true. I'm so sorry, honey.
Wow, this is getting awkward. My next question. Since we're on the porch, I'm wondering, are you influenced by where you're playing and the makeup of the audience? I.e., if you're playing on a porch, if you're playing in a music venue, or at home in Chapel Hill, Carborough, or on the road? And if so, how?
I don't know. Does it? Well, I mean, if I'm in Raleigh, I play heavy metal, but to that extent, yes. But yeah, no, not really. I mean, I've always been in bands that just kind of played, and then you're unfortunate enough to play certain places that are totally unreceptive, and you just eat it. Yes, it feels worse than playing in front of people that you know. So.
Yeah, I'd second that. I tend to be way more nervous to playing to a small crowd of people that I are like friends with than tons of anonymous people. So I'm terrified.
Yeah, same here. I kind of prefer to play out of town.
Yeah, I prefer to play out of town too. It's just, you feel less like you're playing for people that would clap no matter what you did. And then, but I guess I usually play in bands that was a good one. I usually play in bands like where the song structure is pretty, it's already, it's not a whole lot of room to change it on stage, and so playing for different audiences, different styles is a little different. There's one band I'm playing called Lud, and we can really do that. We can change the songs every time we play it. But outside of that, I'd like to play more things where you can adjust to what the room is doing.
Right. Well, I want to introduce now the lovely Heather McEntire, who's our next musical guest. Heather, let me ask you a quick question. Tell us, what was your first musical memory?
Well, I was pretty young. My family wasn't a very musical family. They took me to church and I listened to people sing. But I remember being very young, and my grandpa died, and they sold, he actually was a touring musician, but the family didn't speak about it. Religious family, And they sold all his guitars. And I just remember being really little and like watching the guitars leave the house and being kind of bummed out but not really understanding. Yeah. And I remember he had these guitar picks, like he would use bread twisty, the little plastic thing. He would like pick with those. I remember them being around the house, but yeah. That's about it.
Well, bring us back to the guitar. Everybody doing all right?
Yeah.
Can I hear from you? Woo! Or may I hear from you? Thank you. You have any chairs?
Yeah, no.
Thank you.